Every day we communicate with different people, from our friends and family to coworkers and teachers, using multiple channels of communication, meaning the different ways we choose to talk with those people. We may just send a text or even an email, or some people will be writing letters or even talking on the phone. But for most people, we talk face to face with one another. And either way, we're transactionally communicating with another person via these different channels of communication. Transactional communication is a lot like buying something from a store. You give them money and then they give you a product back. You giving them money is sending an encoded message, and then they receive that message as the receiver and give you the product back, which is decoding and sending back a response. This could really be visualized as figure 1.1 from our book, Understanding Human Communication, which is figure A sends a message to figure B, who decodes the message and sends it back. It's a transaction, that's all it is. And I suppose the easiest way to really look at this is to relate to it. What transactional communication do I participate in my life? And for me, it's just like going to work. I work in the mailroom. People come to the window. Hey, can I have help with this? Sure. What do you need? Well, I really need help understanding how to do the combinations, how to open it like this. Well, sure. How can let me explain that to you. Let's twist it through 3 or 4 times around this way, and then go back this way. And so, all right, opposite way as it used to be. Yeah, it's exactly how it is. It's a big transaction back and forth. I also work with someone who's in my field of graphic design, and we've taken classes that each other have taken. Right now I'm in color media, which he took last semester. And when I have problems with something, I go up to him, hey, how do I create a vivid green using phthalo blue and yellow ochre? Oh, do it like this, use this kind of combination, use a little water, and then, make sure you're not using too, glossy of a paper, and it'll show up just fine. Like, all right, great. There's that transaction that we're talking about. One person talking to another, decoding the message, and sending back a response. And this is exactly what I'll be needing to focus on as a designer, because without clear and constant communication with a client coworker, all cohesiveness to a project could be lost. That's why it's key to choose your channels very wisely. Do I need to call this person? Do I need to email them? What way am I going to vividly and clearly get my message across so that they can decode it or understand it in the best way? And even sometimes there's these things called physical noise, psychological noise, am I sick? Do I need to email them instead of calling them? I'm not going to call them coughing and all this other thing and all these other things. They're not going to understand, or they're not going to, grasp a hold of what I'm trying to tell them quite well. Or I'm not going to video conference them either. I don't want to look like crap and be like, hey, really don't know what I'm doing right now. You want to email them, formulate a thought in your head, type it out, or you just call them if you're feeling well or something like that. It's all about reducing noises such as physical noises. Do I want to call them when it's really loud around me? 2-year-old son, I don't want to have him playing music on the TV and banging on everything and calling him on the phone. Yeah, what was that? I can't hear you. So, all in all, you need to choose wisely what you need to do, how you want to convey that to another person. And that's all transactional communication really is. Back and forth communication, choosing the best way to convey that so that they can receive it and send back the right response in the right way.